There are so many people, practices, movements, cultures to follow. How do you know what is the way to go? In this video, we'll share perspective that can unite you and I in a magical way. All right, this question can be overwhelming. Who do you follow? How do you know who you should follow? How do you know who you are following? Maybe you don't even realize it. Think about who are the people that you, maybe it's on social media, maybe it's your friend group, maybe it's an author, people like that. Who do you follow? So the first step is really to start to sort that out, to understand who is it that I am following. That could be the question, and it can be overwhelming, that's for sure. But luckily for you, you're watching this video, and you're going to gain some clarity around who you should follow. So keep watching the video. We're going to reveal those kind of steps. So yes, it can be overwhelming, but don't give up. Keep going. Here's the next step. Who or what do you follow right now? So take the time to answer that, just as I said. Take out a sheet of paper, think about it, brainstorm first. It's always great to brainstorm first so you don't get in your own head. Don't overthink. Just write down whatever pops into your head. Who do you follow? Let's just start writing things. Like I follow the Chicago Bears. It's one of the examples of people I follow. Groups, teams, whatever it may be. Just write them all down there because they'll all have an impact on who you are. And then at some point you can make conscious decisions, right? And that's where the beauty comes in. That's where the transformative attributes of life can really be fantastic. Next step is to be open and curious to other potential options. Talk to your friends, the ones that you have respect for, the ones that have character and integrity, and ask them, who do they follow? And just write it down. Be open and curious to other potential options. So you have a list of who you follow, and then you have a list of those that you know and trust follow, and you're still remaining open and curious on both of those fronts. Beautiful process. Okay, the next step will be to rely on your own genuine reflection. As you look at these two lists and you combine these two lists, start reflecting on those things, those people, those cultures, those movements, whatever it is that you follow, and just reflect on it. And think about, okay, so make a conscious reflection, a conscious thought on, okay, how does this impact me following this? Like me, I'll use my same Bears example, Chicago Bears football team. I follow them, and it can have both positive and negative impacts on me, depending on what's going on. I could get too far into it, where I'm consuming too much of the media around the Bears and what's going on with them. So sometimes I have to back off from that and take a hiatus away from football. Over the years, too, the emotions have, as I think about it, it's been more of a pride. I grew up in Chicago. It was one of the early memories of my dad, that he was always out hustling business, doing that kind of stuff. So I didn't spend a whole lot of time with him. But on Sundays, my brother and I, and he'd order a pizza from Nikki's Pizza, and we'd watch the Bears game. So those are good memories. So as I reflect on the Bears, it's become less about entertainment for me and more about maybe a connection with my dad. So there's an example. So that's what you want to do, is you want to go through and reflect on both your list and the people that you respected and trust their list too. So you're kind of combining the two lists. And then you want to start asking yourself the question, why do you follow? Or why do you follow who you follow? Or why do you follow what you follow? Just like I explained with the Bears and my dad, that whole situation. Well, that would be a why. I followed the Chicago Bears. So this is a real deep exercise now. So you want to take each of the things that you follow. And there's an exercise that I learned from Dean Graziosi, one of them. Anyway, it's called 7 Levels Deep. So for each of these things, you want to ask why 7 times. And you really then can get deep into why you follow, who you follow. And those whys will give you insight into, well, if this is the real reason, if this is the 7-level deep reason why I follow the Chicago Bears, well, this probably is not a really good reason for me to devote the time that I have in my life in this example. So go through that 7 levels deep exercise and determine the most powerful why that you have. You may have, I don't know, 7 things that you end up following. So this isn't something that, it takes some time because you've got reflect time in there and all that. So you want to go 7 levels deep. And then you want to probably rank those things like, okay, this why is the most important why to me. This is next, and this is next, and so on and so forth. You can start to reorder your life in and through this process, which can be life transformative, life changing for you. It has been that way for me. So subscribe with the notification bell to receive regular updates. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button to see more like this. And comment down below. This can be with questions or answers to a question you ask. And we will see you next time on this amazing journey from isolation to community, where the next step beyond is